The cold never announces itself. It just waits, quiet, patient, then one night, the grid groans like an overworked toaster, snaps, and suddenly you're starring in a low-budget apocalypse film you never auditioned for. That first minute feels fine. The second minute feels manageable. By the third minute, every molecule in your home has decided to conduct heat away from your body like you're its ex. Here's the danger everyone misses. Cold doesn't kill fast. It kills slowly enough that you underestimate it. That's its trap. And when the grid freezes, your house becomes a giant, slightly decorative freezer that happens to contain your body. The science is brutal. At 32°F, your core temperature starts dropping the moment your skin can't keep up with the heat leak. At 95°F internal temp, your brain begins to misfire. At 90°F, you start acting like you're drunk and overconfident. At 86°F, your heart rhythm plays roulette. But long before that, you make stupid decisions. Cold specializes in stupidity. So you've got 72 hours of no heat, no power, and no mercy. Time to win. Method 1. Build the warm core of shame. What to do? Pick the smallest room in your home. Closet, bathroom, storage cave of questionable life choices. Seal it. Towels under doors. Blankets over vents. Plastic bags taped anywhere air leaks through. You're creating a microclimate, not a winter palace. Why it works? You reduce the cubic footage you must heat with your body. Human biology turns you into a small, bumbling space heater leaking about 100 watts. In a big room, that heat disappears into the void. In a tiny room, it clings to you like desperation. What happens if you fail? Your house becomes the Arctic. Your warm core becomes the slightly less cold core, and your body burns calories trying to survive instead of thinking clearly. You will make terrible decisions, like opening the fridge for warmth, or trying to insulate yourself with optimism, items anyone can find. Blankets, towels, trash bags tape your shame about how messy the closet already is. Method 2. Wrap yourself like a panicked bird. What to do? Layer clothes. Then layer more. Then ignore fashion entirely. Create air pockets. Use blankets, coats, scarves, socks inside socks. Stuff newspaper or grocery bags between layers if you must. Why it works? Heat isn't something you generate once. It's leaking constantly. Layers trap warm air, creating insulation. Even grocery bags stop convective heat loss. Air is your friend. Wind is not. What happens if you fail? Your extremities lose the heat battle first. Fingers, toes, ears. They stop cooperating. Then the brain gets weird. You'll start thinking the cold isn't that bad. You'll consider taking clothes off. You'll feel warm. This is classic hypothermic betrayal. Items anyone can find. Blankets, coats, newspapers, shopping bags, leftover Halloween costumes that suddenly become thermal garments. 3. Eat like a strategic gremlin. What to do? Consume small, steady, calorie-dense snacks. Peanut butter, crackers, nuts, canned soup. Cold is fine. Chocolate, tortillas, anything that packs energy without preparation. Sip water that isn't iced. Why it works? Food is fuel. Fuel is heat. Your body burns calories to maintain temperature through thermogenesis. The cold forces your metabolism into survival mode. You're basically a temporary furnace powered by shame. Snacking. What happens if you fail? Your blood sugar drops. You lose heat faster. Your brain fogs. Tasks like tying shoes become boss-level encounters. Decision-making falls apart. And that's when cold really digs in. Items anyone can find. Peanut butter, bread, crackers, nuts, chocolate. Anything from your pantry that hasn't become a solid brick of frozen regret. Myth 4. Water is life even when it's ice. What to do? Collect water before everything freezes. Fill bottles, pots, pans, the bathtub. Store them in your warm core so they don't turn solid. If water is already frozen, the only what you need using body heat. Keep the bottle inside your coat or wrapped in blankets with you. Why it works? Mild dehydration impairs cognition. Severe dehydration kills. Cold air is dry and your body loses moisture through respiration. If you wait until you're thirsty, you're behind. Your brain needs hydration to maintain reasoning, and reasoning is what keeps you from trying to eat icicles off the roof like a confused woodland creature. What happens if you fail? Your judgment crashes. You get headaches. Your body cannot regulate temperature properly. You may try drinking unsafe melted snow, which can contain pollutants, bacteria, or everything your neighbor's roof has been shedding. Items anyone can find: bottles, pots, buckets. The bathtub you swore you'd clean, but didn't. Method 5. Defend your space against the cold and the living what? To do: create noise barriers and visual cues around your home. Keep curtains closed to preserve heat and privacy. Keep doors locked. If you have neighbors, quietly coordinate so everyone knows who's where. The cold pressures people into desperation, and desperation creates unpredictable behavior. Why it works: psychology goes sideways in darkness and cold. People take risks, make bad calls, and may wander around looking for warmth or resources. Closed curtains reduce heat loss and hide your activity. Staying organized lowers panic. Defended space equals stable space. What happens if you fail? Cold makes people irrational. Someone might knock. Someone might try to enter. Someone might assume your house is warmer than theirs even if both of you are freezing. Misunderstandings escalate when everyone is hungry, cold, and tired. Items anyone can find: curtains, furniture for barriers, locks, duct tape, courage. Method 6. Use the power of human biology. Nitrogen monoxide fire needed. What to do: use shared body heat only when necessary. Sit close, back to back or shoulder to shoulder, wrapped in shared insulation. Rotate positions to avoid localized cold spots. Keep breathing slow and steady. Why it works: humans radiate heat. Skin-to-layer proximity reduces heat loss. Calm breathing prevents panic-induced hyperventilation, which cools your body from the inside. It's primitive, efficient, and embarrassing, but effective. What happens if you fail? Your body loses heat faster than it can generate it. Isolation accelerates hypothermia. You'll start feeling drowsy, and sleep in extreme cold is a slow fade into danger. Items anyone can find: another human you trust, blankets, coats, and awkward willingness to huddle. Your 72-hour survival checklist. So 1. Small room. Layer clothes and trap warm air. Eat high-calorie snacks regularly. Protect and store water before it freezes. Keep curtains closed and doors secured. Use shared body heat when needed. Stay awake. Stay aware. Stay strategic. Grid froze. But you didn't. You fought the cold, the chaos, and the creeping stupidity. You survived because you acted before the cold convinced you not to.